unpredicted net income over her life.
So like a wrongful death suit kind
Yes,
of thing? Okay.
like pain and suffering type of thing. I always like that when that happens because, a lot of times you cannot receive punitive damages and things like that from a criminal conviction or trial. So you have to go into the civil court to pursue that. And so, I like that because if you win that, then, maybe if this asshole even tries to make money off of selling book rights or anything like that, you can siphon like they did OJ.
Yeah, I was just that was what popped in my head was Ron Goldman's family.
Oh, yeah, and that's one of the reasons, OJ ended up in that next set of trouble when they finally got him and they gleefully, sentenced him. Was he was trying to, off the books, recover some memorabilia, and so nobody knew about it, and so he could hide the money, basically, from the Goldman family, because they had won that. So, yeah, Mr. McGraw is still in jail.
Life in prison.
And he's life in prison, and he's still a cocksucker, and I'm assuming, and he's a fucking idiot. And he's an asshole, because why won't you just leave?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand about these kind of cases. Like, why didn't he just divorce her? They didn't have any children.
He already got
together.
this other girl on the side. They have their own separate kids.
Well, he couldn't even say he didn't want to break up the family or something because they don't have kids together.
Right.
Her kids are grown.
He has previous. They're older. They're not, they don't have kids together.
They don't have children in common.
She is from a well-to-do family.
So she obviously is successful in her own right.
She has her
running this in.
She has her own thing going.
Parents.
I mean, it's a little different when you, even if she's like tied to you.
Well, I was gonna say it ain't like they too poor to break up.
Right.
Yeah.
It seems like she would have been better off.
Like she would have
with
been
the breakup than him.
Yeah.
If he'd have just come and said, "Look, this is how I feel," and there was one alleged story which Mary Beth Fisher denies, that Vanessa did eventually discover who she was.
Oh, okay.
And go to her and literally just beg her to leave her husband alone, that she didn't want her, stay out of my marriage.
Don't take my man.
Yeah,
Jolene.
one of those things.
Okay.
Mary said that never happened, but other people, in Vanessa's family said it did happen.
Well, if you're the other woman, you're not going to want to be involved in a murder case, be a witness, and then admit that, like, you didn't honor the wishes of this deceased person who's been murdered by your potential boyfriend because you wouldn't say no to seeing him. I mean,
right.
I don't know.
And at the same time, you give him this timeline and, of the 20th, and she's killed on the 19th. So, I mean, I could see you, I don't know. Who knows what's really coming from her side. And again, there's nothing against her. She got caught up with a dumbass guy, too. But, I mean, come on.
She ain't exercising no kind of common sense.
She believed his bullshit. Let's be honest.
Yeah. So this is the Saluda motel murder.
This is, guys, we're not going to do this again.
We're not?
No. This is going to be I think I need to get back into my booth as the color guy, and so I can sit there and think up my incredible things that I say while you're reading a story that you wrote.
You're just like the Simon Cowell of this podcast.
I think.
Okay.
Maybe.
Great.
Well, actually, Simon Cowell did have a lot of influence in the music. I think I'm the. I don't know what I am to you.
Oh, I know what you are to me, but we won't say that with all these nice Christian folk listening in. Well, that was another episode of Mountain Murders. And of course, you can find us wherever you find your podcasts. Spreaker.com, Apple, Spotify, CastBox, iHeartMedia, iHeart Podcasts. We're on Facebook, Mountain Murders. We're on Twitter, Mountain Murders. And of course, you can find us on Patreon. And if you haven't signed up, joined our Patreon account, we would definitely appreciate you becoming a member on Patreon, supporting the podcast. You can sign up for just a couple of bucks a month, help keep the podcast going.
Yes, and that really helps, guys. And I will say that we have a lot of fun, a lot of fun on our Mountain Murders Facebook page. And so you pop in there and see some cool stuff and get some laughs.
Some funny memes.
I got to say that some of our friends, and I'm not just going to be like, loose, our friends that we've met along the way, You guys are hilarious.
They really are.
You're hilarious, great sense of humors, and we just love it. We really have a lot of fun
Their
interacting.
Participation and it's
great. So pop by there. We have a lot of fun there. Give us a like, and
thanks for listening as always.
Thanks for listening.